what's poppin', Real 16 TV? It's Cuz OP here. I was just up thinking. I seen my homie had a video or whatever. He gave me a concept that I wanted to talk about. I believe in the video, he said, "You're born alone and you die alone." Now, I agree with what he's saying because that shit is true. You are born alone and you die alone to an extent because technically you're born to some people that's supposed to take care of you and stuff like that, and they can fail you, and then you gonna feel like you alone without them. You can have friends and stuff like that, and y'all can make agreements and promises and stuff like that. Y'all supposed to hold it down and stuff like that. Y'all don't, and so then that feels like a failure in life too, or whatever. So that you feel like you alone once again. But honest to God, I don't think it's really like that. I don't think anybody should look at people like, you not really with me. I think that's a corny way to look at life. I think you should honestly look at life like, as long as y'all goals align, y'all gonna be on the same time. Now, when I say that, I'll elaborate, but we're gonna put it like this: you can choose for your goals to align with another person. You can force them to align with another person, or you can just end up with people because your goals align. Now, when I say end up with people because your goals align, that's like being born to your parents. Y'all goals just align. We want to have a beautiful life, in the name of our last name, or just in our family in general. Even if y'all don't got the same last name, y'all still family. Cause I got a whole bunch of family, and I'm like the only May in my entire family. Like, actually, I'm real shit. I'm the only May in my whole family. So, uh, that being said and stuff like that, uh, you know what I'm saying, you either born with some people, or, when you growing up, the kids that you fuck with the most, or the kids that you vibe with the most, y'all goals basically align. We on the same type of time. We like having the same type of fun, or we like having fun together. It's the goal. We gonna always be friends and always be doing our shit together. That's a goal. Y'all goals align. I don't really think it's like one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? I kind of understand like you born alone and you die alone, but I seen a thing and it stuck with me or whatever, and it was like a show or whatever, and it was a grandpa talking to his son right before, well, to his grandson before he died, and he was basically like, "Don't be like me. Don't die alone. Do right by people. Do what you're supposed to with people. Take care of people." I used to work at a cemetery, and I didn't see a lot of people die, and nobody be at the funeral. Like, just we sit up chairs. Ain't nobody there. Literally, ain't nobody there. I seen one where it was just a lady and her dog. But then you see some funerals where like this dude was basically the man his whole life. He took care of people his whole life. They riding. They got dudes casket on motorcycles sliding. You feel me? Everybody filling up the streets. It looked like a parade because in life he mattered to people. You know what I'm saying? He did his shit, and that's really what life is about. Is like trying to basically, like, knowing that you're basically a drop in the ocean, right? And knowing the only way that you can cause a wave is forcing the wave. That's what this life is about. You can't just assume that you know what I'm saying, life is gonna go well for you just because you here and you think you're supposed to have a good future and all that good jazz. That shit ain't true like that. It just unfortunately ain't. The truth is, and all that shit is that you get on this land and do as much as you possibly can on this land to be immortalized. Being immortal is to never be forgotten. To be immortalized, do whatever you can on this world to be immortalized, to never be forgotten, to be loved by people, to leave a legacy for your child, your children, or anybody you consider a descendant, because not all your descendants are your kid. My stepfather, and shout out my real father, I love bro to death. Shout out my stepfather, though. I'm like literally the only kid that he raised in the house with him for that long. He got biological children. I'm like his longest raised child. You feel me? So not every legacy is set, you know what I'm saying, by blood and stuff like that. And that's not taken from the fact that I'm gonna get my legacy from my real father as well. I just was fortunate enough to have somebody step in for the time period that he was out. So generally what I mean is yeah, I could look at it like I'm really by myself in this world, but I never look at it like I'm by myself, and I never talk to none of these people on a regular day basis. I might get a text message from my real father, appreciate you every now and then, but I don't get a text or a call from nobody in my family, mom and nobody. So technically I literally am alone. But do I care any? Not really, because I know they're still there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got homies and stuff like that. Shout out my homie O-Dog. We never talk. I'll kill over that nigga. I was about to say I'll kill y'all over that nigga for sure. But that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? Kiki, Dreedy, all them. We got issues, all that shit. But them is my boys at the end of the day. Nothing's gonna change that in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Only thing that can change that is you. You can make the decision one day that I don't fuck with nobody no more. You feel me? But realistically, you always gonna have people that's with you. You gonna have the people that was from your block, from your neighborhood, the people that used to ride your bus. You gonna always know these motherfuckers, regardless of how you feel. You always gonna know these motherfuckers, or regardless of how you might think you have some real issues with somebody that you grew up with, and that motherfucker just be like, shit, I just wanted us to be friends like when we was kids. And you might be the reason everything got fucked up. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I didn't did that shit recently, so I know how that shit feel too. But at the end of the day, you really are gonna die alone. That's not a lie. When you die, they're gonna put you in the casket by yourself. But the whole time you alive, depending on what type of person you are, there's gonna be people surrounding you. There's gonna be people at your hospice, holding hands, motherfuckers praying or doing whatever y'all do. You feel me? I don't know. It varies from person to person, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have people around depending on what type of life you chose to live. Now, there could be the chance that you pass away by yourself, of course, but there's gonna be some motherfuckers sitting somewhere sad that you died by yourself, knowing that they loved you. There's never gonna be a time that you were truly alone in this world unless you choose to. Y'all goals align as long as you want them to align. If you choose to be like, hey, I'm gonna be over here and y'all over there, that's how it's gonna be. But if you be like, hey, I know there's a way you can help me, and I want to ask you because you my peoples, and I can help you. You gonna work with whoever. It doesn't matter who it is. Y'all gonna make something happen. I don't give a fuck. Real shit. It's possible. Make a common enemy. Decide to hate something together. Decide to work on something together. But y'all will make it happen. Shit kind of cut off for a second, but please continue to like, subscribe, and share. Continue to fuck with your boy. If you're not a hater like this, if you're not a hater, follow me. I mean, if you watched this all the way through and you didn't follow me, you basically a hater anyways, because you're just trying to see what I'm talking about and not support. You feel me? I don't be asking for no cash app or none of that. I just be asking for a follow. The shit is free. Follow your boy, like, subscribe, and share. Continue to fuck with me. Holler at me. Bye.